Hello everyone, hope everyone's okay. Today we're going to be reviewing, not reviewing, we'll be previewing Everton vs Arsenal. Obviously Premier League game, need all 3 points, so we're going to have a discussion about it. Talk about the new signing. Of course, we got Jorginho on deadline day, so we'll be talking about that as well. So yeah, we'll get Mason in first. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. And also we've got another guest as well. Joined last game. Last time. We've got Goon Gang. How you doing, mate?
What's up? What's up? What up, guys? How y'all doing?
You got pro, yeah, good.
Yeah, so obviously, Everton vs Arsenal. For me, I think 3 points would be lovely. Away at Goodison Park, though, could be difficult, but Everton, they've not really been great this season, same as last season as well. We battered them 5-1 last day of the season, so with that team that we had, and we beat them 5-1 the last day of the season, I think we can do it again, and I think we can get a strong 3 points here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that we can get the 3 points and run away with it like we did last time. So, I mean, if we don't beat Everton, then it's going to be rowdy, but we'll have to see what happens. But I think for me, I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to Arsenal solely because I think that we've got a good enough squad to beat a side like Everton. Obviously, they've just appointed Sean Dyche as well, so that's also something we'll have to talk about. So Sean Dyche is the new manager. It'll be his first game in charge at Everton. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Mason, what do you think?
Yeah, man. God, Everton. Well, Everton are in the mud, but now they sacked Frank, and now they've actually got a decent manager in Sean Dyche. I have to admit, I was really looking forward to this game when Frank was in charge. And now that Sean's in charge, it's sort of like, God, we're going to have to face his team, which is more like, obviously he was manager of Burnley, so it's like more like facing a Burnley side, And he's going to be strong at the back, despite being at home. They're going to be very defensive. Goodison Park, I'm sure, will be rocking again, despite having no transfers yesterday. I think it will be rocking because new manager bounce and all that, and I don't want this to happen. I do not want a new manager bounce to happen, man. I think we have to go at them from the start. We have to quieten Goodison Park. We have to make them realise that they are going to the Championship next season, and yeah, one Scouts club down, the next to go. Liverpool next, man. Liverpool for relegation, but I think it's going to be tough, and I think we need to get the first goal and get the second goal to really open the game up. And I think we need to keep a clean sheet in this one as well. I think if they score first, then it could end up getting sticky because it's a small, tight netted ground, and their lot can really get up for a game 1-1 and 2. So I think I'm going to go with a 2-0 win, but it is going to be tough. Obviously, Sean Dyche knows how to run a side, and he's been. When did he get employed?
Ooh. Sorry, what he got employed?
When did Sean Dyche get employed?
About 3 days ago, I'm pretty sure.
So he's had a couple of sessions with his
team. He's had a training session or two.
Yeah. So he's had a training session. He's probably going to have another one or another couple by the end of the week, and then obviously we're playing midday. So it's going to be one of them where we need to go there and put a statement down that opposition fans are now starting to really say that Arsenal are going to fall off after we went out to Manchester City.
And 3 days we need to charge one session. He did on the 30th of January.
So he might have another one then. He'll definitely have another one. So he'll definitely have a couple of sessions by the time we play them. So it's going to be difficult, but I'd rather play them now than further on, because further on we know that Sean Dyche will get his team round into shape. So Mikel needs to just go there, forget that he played for them. No, giving them a point in this one. We need all three for our run, because we've still got to play City twice, Liverpool away. Still got to play. I'm just going to call them £500 million. I'm just going to call them 5 mil, e.g. Chelsea, and we've still got to play them lot as well. And we've still got to go St James's Park. There's still a lot of football to go, But I think 2-0, Mikel will have no mercy for Everton. And hopefully I'll be puffing on some blue smoke.
Smoking on that dice pack. We out here. No, shout out to Hashim we got a Chelsea fan in the comments, so I'm sure we'll be chatting with him a little bit later. But as far as Sean Dyche goes, man, look, we can deal with the 4-4-2. We did it with Brentford and we handled them, and not everybody has handled Brentford the way we did. So I'm confident going in. It's kind of I don't trust Everton's defense, but I do believe that they have some offensive threat. I think Iwobi's got a point to prove. And honestly, boys, he's not been looking too bad. I just think he's surrounded by some incompetence in certain positions. But I think we'll handle him pretty well. I'm thinking 3-1, 4-2, somewhere in that neighborhood. But it's if they do score on us, which I'd really like to keep a clean sheet, I'm going to have to give it to the new manager Bounce. Dyche played some hard-nosed football at Burnley, but I mean, I've never really seen him tactically kind of divert from his 4-4-2. So, and I don't see them having the strikers that he's used to over at Burnley. You had Wood and guys that were chasing in crosses and, rarely playing through ping balls. So I don't think there's enough time for him to really implement anything. So I'm not super worried about it, but this transfer window has caused a lot of commotion, and I'm hoping that mentally everyone's focused on the next game. And, there was a lot of negativity towards this Jorginho transfer, and I'm just hoping it's a clean transition because, bro, like, it's a great signing and a lot of people are mad. So I don't know.
I just want to alliterate on that quick because I didn't even mention that. People who are talking like shit on Jorginho, and these are Arsenal fans, bear in mind. So I'm going to call out a few, not by names because they don't need the recognition. All right, so I'm going to leave it as anonymous, but they know who
I took the
are.
screenshots. Don't worry, I took the screenshots.
This is the thing. Flair and me were chatting earlier about this geezer as well, but I'm not going to mention names, right? And this particular Arsenal fan commented when Jorginho signed for the club, and he obviously, this Arsenal Instagram team put a post out with him and Mikel and Edu and that. And in particular, a comment was made by a person, and that comment was laughing faces, we don't need you, or around those lines some point. I'm not gonna say the exact, but they're the words in my own, if you know what I mean. Get out. Why are you at the club? First of all, Petr Cech comes to us, done a real good job, done decent, may I just add. David Luiz, done okay, praised him. The only one who really didn't do it for us was Willian, which we got out the door. Jorginho is on an 18-month contract, and if you look at Chelsea's games this season where they've lost,
I think he's got an option for a further year as well.
Yeah, he's got an option for a further year. So Arsenal have backed themselves up with that, first of all, and also they're basically not doing the same mistake as the Willian deal with the 4-year thing, or however many. I think it was like 3 on Sank K a week, right? So they're not doing that, and I think when you're looking at Chelsea's games this season, when they've won, lost, or anything really, right? Jorginho has actually made a real good couple of chances for Chelsea strikers and that. It's just that they can't finish. And he does a decent defensive job as well. So he's a proper ball midfielder, which in rotation we're going to need. And to be honest, I see it as 12 million well spent. 12 mil.
Yeah. For a short price like that, for a player like Jorginho, who's got trophies, won the Euros in 2020. So, look, we've got a good player coming up here. 31 people have, criticised him for his age and stuff like that and his capabilities at the club. But, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be good for us, to be honest, because he's still got time left in him, for his age as well. I'm happy with that signing, to be honest with you, and we'll look at it and we'll think that was a good signing until we sign him next year, if we keep him on as his 1-year option that we've got on his contract. So
yeah, look, we needed a stopgap backup signing We needed a DM. We needed a 6. And who did we sign? Like a Champions League winning, Premier League winning.
No,
like,
he hasn't won the Premier League.
Oh,
yet.
he hasn't won the Prem. That's okay.
That's why he's coming to the Arsenal, man.
Oh, so
Gotta
look,
tick
we're
that off
just
his list as well, you know.
we're just ticking it off, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, Europa League, Champions League, like won both of those. Like the dude's a journeyman, speaks the right language. Like, let's go, bro. Like Caicedo is a long-term process. Like, and I mean, he's spicy. But Flair, it's not as spicy as your mic right now. You might want to unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah.
Either that or it's rubbing up against something. But that's a spicy boy. Yeah, you might want to hit mute. Just mute yourself for a little bit. But yeah, I saw so much hate online, and look, like even if you don't think it's a great signing, we'll never fully know until he plays. So slagging a transfer, like it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's divisive, it's toxic. Like our whole thing is trust the process. Victoria, Concordia, Crescent, like victory through unity. And all I see is these like divisive, like Edu out, like shut up. Like, have you not seen the transformation that our club has done in the past 2 years? You idiot. Like, are you blind? Like, we have gotten rid of so much dead wood and built a young, fast, amazing team that's the top of the league. Like, and you're saying Edu out? It boggles my mind. And look, dude, it's I don't know if Lee Gunner has created like a little army of like haters, or if that shit,
don't
like,
get me started, bro.
Like, and he's been on the terrace. Like, I've been watching him on the terrace, and homie's been calling him Flip Flop Lee, and I fucking love it. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make some custom flip flop merch with Lee's face on it, so you can buy.
You need to send me that, because me and him went and he was posting stories of me saying about him. And
bro, that dude is that dude.
And I was in Spain at the point. This is the thing. I was in Spain, and I was so happened to be about 10 minutes from where he was.
Pull up on Lee. I'm outside, Lee. No, but look, I'm not gonna run up on anybody, but bro, like honestly, like we don't need it right now. We're top of the league. How can anyone be toxic right now? I just don't understand. I just feel like maybe they're projecting some shit that's going on in their life, and that's crazy. That's cool, because we all have crazy shit going on in our life, but save it for the right spots. We don't need any toxicity in the chat. Twitter was gross. Twitter was disgusting. It really was. And I'm actually like, I blocked so many people, bro. I blocked at least 30, 40 people, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Like, look, if you're not here to trust the process, go support some volleyball bullshit, because I ain't here for it, but don't get me started.
Definitely. Flair, is your mic working?
Let's see if Spicy Boy's back. I had the same thing with this fucking mic.
Can you hear me at all?
Oh, there we go. That's good.
Yeah, that's better. All right.
And I'll do the bird call. I'll go caw if it starts getting spicy.
Because it was all like tangled up, so I had to.
Yeah.
So obviously I've got predicted lineups as like what we usually do. So we will have a look at that. I haven't actually got anything to share today, because there's actually nothing really for me to share my screen on. So we can make something, if that makes sense. So I'll get up a lineup builder now, and we'll make something ourselves.
That reminds me, I gotta check my fantasy.
I will just share my screen with you. Share screen. Let's have a look. This one. Okay, so what formation are we going with?
4-2-3-1 that he normally uses.
Okay.
Or is it that?
So who are we going for? Ramsdale, it's got to be.
Yeah,
Ramsdale for sure.
Ramsdale. Then we'll go right back. Who are we going for right back?
Ben White.
Benny Blanco.
Blanco.
Who the hell's that? Wait, it's because it's Benjamin, isn't it?
Oh, Benjamin Blanco. So sorry, Benjamin.
Oh, where is he? Oh, there he is. Centre back. We've got to put Saliba, yeah. Gabriel.
No, yeah.
Left back.
No disheart on the new guy. Got to be Zinni.
Zinni,
Check-
really?
Ooh.
I think for this game they go with Tierney.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be doing. I don't know if we'll invert with the 4-4-2. Damn, I want to see how we lined up against Brentford. Probably give us a good idea how we're going to line up.
I think Tini was a part of that.
Should go with the 4-3-3. No. I think Arsenal we're at the 4-3-2, so we'll stick with that.
Yeah, but then obviously Xhaka does have that free role in that midfield to obviously go
So
forward.
who's saying for left back?
I do want to see Kieran Tierney because he's probably capable for this.
We'll go with Kieran Tierney.
Yeah.
Right, here we go in. Left central midfield.
What's this? Left centre, Xhaka.
I don't think Jorginho getting.
I think his part
maybe second half.
This was where I was thinking.
Or what?
Look, I think the only way he puts in Jorginho is if he wants to shut up the haters. That's the only way I see it happening. Like,
or Rafat is injured.
Yeah, I think he's good with the rib stuff, but you never know. Like that, they may have been playing that down a bit. So
I wouldn't mind seeing Jorginho. He's Premier League, obviously.
We'll go with Jorginho.
Because if they knew Partey had an injury, then anyone would have jacked up their price for a CDM. So they may have just kept it on the low, and we have to sign a CDM. So you may see him start if Partey's injury is more than we actually heard it reported to be. So that should be an interesting thing to see.
Obviously, we know Mo's out.
If you want to change it, then we already know who's going to be starting here.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We know who's going to be starting here as well.
Of course, captain.
We know who's going to be starting here.
Of course.
What if he plays? He could play Trossard. Well, no, Trossard missed training because of the birth of his child. Shout out to Trossard.
Right.
Trossard,
this is a really sticky one, right? Actually, not really though, because
it's got to be Eddie.
He's not. Yeah, he's not fit. But have you seen? Jesus' story.
I saw what he posted today. That's pretty funny.
I'm very happy because this is probably more on the scale where Arteta every press conference he would like say, "Oh, we don't know, maybe months, or we don't know weeks, months, whatever." And I think that's on purpose that he's playing it down for the fact that our opponents will prepare for Eddie, but then maybe 70th minute on Saturday against Everton, Jesus can come on,
Yeah,
you
so
can
this
bring
is
on Jesus, Trossard.
Yeah, I think we'll go with this one. I think that's reasonable. Do you want to do Everton's or?
I don't know enough of their players, man. Now.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just know that Pickford, and Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah,
the old bully ball 4-4-3.
Sado as well.
Mm-hmm. And obviously Alex Iwobi.
Yeah,
I think he'll
that's
want to
what I'm
play.
worried about, bro. I feel like
I'm worried about Alex. Actually.
Every time we've played against him, I'm gonna knock on wood. He's taking shots, and it's always been a couple feet off. You know what I'm saying? But you see it in his eyes, like
he loves it. He wants to score.
But at the same time, like I think he also wants us to fucking win the league this year.
Yeah, he's an Arsenal.
If they weren't fighting relegation, I think he might pull up off the gas pedal. But because this is a fight for his life, like he's gonna go
literally fighting for his life with the Scousers.
Unless he wants to get out of Everton and he knows if they get relegated, he'll get sold, and that's his exit out of Everton. But I don't know.
There's also some Jesus in case I saw that.
I saw that
because obviously
it was funny. They posted that on Back Again. That's where I saw it. Troops' Barstool sports show. And bro, I honestly, when I first saw it, I didn't know it was Jesus. I thought they were doing like a AG Green ad. Like he was like, after 8 weeks, look at my calves. I was like, yo, bro, don't be putting ads on here. And then I saw it was Jesus's account. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go.
I can't wait.
So whether if he'll be involved in next game is questionable.
No, we got to take it slow, and honestly, he's got to earn his fucking spot back. To be honest,
yeah, I think if he was to be involved next game at Goodison, he'll be on the bench.
I really think that Arteta's going to lean to possibly use him as a backup to Saka if Eddie's in form. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, we're in a good position here because we've got cover for Martinelli with Trossard. Obviously, Jorginho can cover players like Mohamed El Neni because he's now out injured. Obviously, get well soon, Mo. We're all behind you. And obviously, with Thomas Partey, if he has a little knock or needs resting, so Jorginho can come in. Even for Granit Xhaka, if he needs a bit of a rest, we can twist and shake that. You know what I mean? And if Eddie's going to continue this scoring form, which that's the thing, I would love to have mud on my face because I wanted Eddie out. I did not want him to sign as the number 14. I wanted him to sign the contract, but I didn't want him to sign as my number 14. So if he can continue this form and keep proving me wrong, I'll be very happy with that. Do not get that twisted because I do want him to.
He's got to wind that shirt.
Succeed.
Yeah.
Mikel knew, bro. We got to trust the process. I didn't know. I still
think that there's time for Eddie, to.
There is.
Rebuild.
There's a lot of time.
I will say when I ordered my pink kit, man, I got his number on the back and it says ring ring. Because I had to believe, bro. If the coach believes, if Edo believes, like I believe now. Like
now it's like he's getting his chances, and he always said in interviews, "Start me, and I'll prove it." So
yeah, and dude, look at that 2019 Eddie versus 2023 Eddie. That before and after of the muscle shots, bro. He's built different now, bro.
Oh yeah. He's come to he's come back to us, and he's used our equipment and stuff like that, and. He's shaping himself up because he knows that he's in the top flight of football, and that's just how it is. He's in one of the biggest clubs in Europe. He needs to earn that number 14 shirt. I still think, though. For me, I think Trossard when he came deserved that number 14 shirt because
I think they should have retired it after Aubameyang.
Or even after Henry.
I don't even think Aubameyang should have had it.
No, to be honest, I just think that Aubameyang obviously won the FA Cup, but he didn't do that shirt any disappointment.
I mean,
how he left
up to there. I feel like he did earn the shirt, but after the big contract, after we said, "Hey, we're gonna build a team around you. We're gonna give you $300K a week," everything changed and mirrored Lamborghinis and no, bro, we need you to step up and be the captain, and it just didn't happen, man. And I think he's one of the reasons why there were cliques in the dressing room, man. I could definitely see Lacazette and Pepe speaking French and being in the corner, and that's one of the reasons why I think Mikel moved him on, aside from his atrocious behavior and track record.
And also, quick shout out to Matt Doherty, who now obviously left Spurs. Secret Doherty, Matt Doherty, secret agent. Big up your goddamn self, mate. You can start representing Arsenal again now. Now that you're out of the shithole.
And funny, we actually make money off of that because they pulled in Pedro Porro from Sporting Lisbon, and then Barca sell. We don't know what the terms are yet, but Barca sold Bellerin to Sporting Lisbon to replace Pedro Porro going to Spurs, and we get a sell on for Bellerin being sold from Barca. So we're actually making money from all that. So
well, big up him.
Yeah,
I think
someone's bit of business.
I think someone's also still stuck. He's still a little bit. He still needs to try and get out of there, but at the minute he's still in there. He's still in there, and he's still holding on tight in that pocket of upholding. So we'll have to see if he gets out of it anytime soon.
He's been robbed.
We'll have to see at the Emirates.
Oh man, it's the new hair, bro. I'm telling you.
You know what?
Wave crashing on the beach.
The new hair, man. 100%.
It's beautiful.
100%, bro.
Rooney could never. Those are the top plugs in Turkey, bro.
Yeah, so obviously we're gonna get into score predictions now. I said 3-1. Mason, what do you think?
2-0. I think we've got enough. We should have enough anyway. And I think with our squad, you know what? I'm actually going to go out there, Jorginho, to get a goal or assist. You know what I mean?
I think Eddie will score as well.
I think Eddie will wrap one in as well. Yeah, definitely.
We've got 7 people watching now. That's mad. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Big up everyone. Please like and subscribe if you're new.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree with that. I'm still going to say 3-1, because I think, at the back, I think if we can keep away big characters like Casado and Iwobi, as you said, it's going to be a struggle for us away from home as well. So
Pickford's a good keeper as well.
exactly. So it's going to be tricky
Yes.
for us to try and get some of this. So I'm going to say 3-1. I think Eddie will score. I think Odegaard might grab one, and I think Eddie will score again for the third. Goongang, what do you think?
Yeah, I had said 3-1 or 4-2, but again, we're putting a lot on Eddie's shoulders.
4-2, really?
Yeah, like honestly,
I can see that.
I can see I can see Kivior maybe getting some late minutes or something like that, or some interesting subs if we go up early that may throw a wrench in things. But we really, it
Like against
feels like
Brighton.
and I think we've really we've hit a little bit of a lull as far as playing time. So it I just want I just want to be able to hit the ground running, and if we can get that early goal, I think we can do the 4-2, 4-1. But we have to be good on defense, and we've really shown that we can do that this year. But that's really all it comes down to. And the cool thing this year, man, I used to be terrified of matches like this, matches that we should win, and they haven't let me down once this year. So that's why I'm saying the 4. I think once we unlock early goals, we'll tag 1 or 2 in the second half. And I'd love to see Trossard really open up an account. So I do hope he gets some playing time. But otherwise, I feel confident about it. This Everton team has looked like shit. And maybe we'll get to see a little. Did Onana get transferred in the window, or is he still there? I didn't even keep track of that. I know we were kind of looking at him, but I think they wanted like 50-60 million for him. But if he's still there, we might get a nice little glimpse of him. And
I believe he's still there. I don't think he actually ended up moving.
yeah, because he struck me as kind of the Partey profile, like tall, lanky, and defensively minded. So between him, Bamba, and some other options,
obviously because the manager got
Zubimendi and stuff like that.
They didn't have a manager. I don't actually think they've let him go.
Yeah, it should be interesting though to see some of these defensive midfielders play for the rest of the season and see if their prices are still the same at the end.
I think the manager will definitely look at him, see if he needs selling or not, and then decide. Obviously, a new manager's coming in. I don't think they're going to make any sellings or transfers. So, I think under Deitch, he'll address the situations. He'll have a look, see how they're doing. Then he'll decide who he wants to sell, who he wants to buy.
I don't think they can actually afford anyone because of their new stadium. They're going to be playing in their new stadium in the Championship.
I think they've had about 40 million given to them this season, and that's it. Because of the stadium. So it's actually mad because, how much was this stadium? Like, how much they spend on the stadium?
Oh, I don't know, but we have to get this out that Chelsea have just made this transfer window so much higher than everyone needs. To be honest, the problem starts with that Anthony deal going to Manchester United.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the 88 or something, and then Mudryk, Shakhtar Donetsk wanted more for him, and yeah, there's just blown it out of proportion now. But Arsenal are moving smart with their transfer business, as we saw, which I think three signings is what I wanted, and we've got our defending backup, we've got our midfielding backup, and we've got another attacking option, and I think that's where I'm very happy with what Mikel and Edu are actually doing, because I'm seeing the project, and some may actually say that I'm trusting the process.
It's a crazy thing. If there was a time to do it, now is the time, man, because we got some tough games coming up. So it's really gonna. I mean, we're going to be put to the grindstone, and especially when Europa starts back up, and it's really going to test our depth. And
I just hope that I know that Barcelona are on it, and I know they're playing United, and I just hope that they can absolutely do United over. So then all these United fans that are saying that they're going to win the Europa League can just
I know. I'm confident with Europa League this season. I think we've got, we've seen it in the Premier League. We've got a strong enough squad. Hopefully, in like this, if we do end up getting into like the semi-finals and the quarterfinals and all that, etc., then I definitely think that we've got potential, and if we play a strong enough side, which I don't trust Mikel Arteta in playing not a strong enough side for these sort of competitions, and that's my only problem at the moment. Because we saw in the FA Cup, I personally, as an Arsenal fan, and I'm sure every other Arsenal fan did, want to take that competition seriously. And Arteta didn't, and he wants to focus on other competitions, it seems like. So, I wasn't happy with his team selections against Man City. And I think hopefully, in Europa League, we can get some better decisions from Mikel Arteta. If we want to win the Europa League this season.
I think
we won 33% of the FA Cups for the past 30 years. 10 out of the last 30. And we haven't had a European trophy in God knows how long. So I would rather win Europa than another FA Cup.
I hope that Mikel sees us as I know that he went for a weaker side against City, which I was quite disappointed about because I was being quite greedy. I wanted 2 trophies or even 3. I wanted them. I want everything that I'm in. Like everything that this club goes for, competition wise, I want. Including the Carabao Cup. It's still a cup. It's still a trophy that Tottenham obviously can't win. It's another one added. And the FA Cup, I love the FA Cup. It's where you see lower league teams. Like I've been to games where we've almost been knocked out to teams like Reading, and Reading like in the end it's ended up 7-5.
Yeah. Don't diss Milo.
Remember that one?
Don't diss Milo.
You see in the chat, Balogun just scored a hat trick.
Oh, beautiful! I'm not dissing your local. That's what I mean. Like, it's magical. It's a magical cup competition where you literally can be down. Like I'm sure we went down 4-0, and then we come back, and then it was like extra time, and then we won 7-5. So
was that the Reading game?
Yeah. And that's like these cup games mean a lot to all football fans, and if they don't, then I think the difference is like I want a European trophy, and if this is what Mikel wanted to risk, e.g. the FA Cup for the Europa League / Premier League, if we can get both, I'll be happy. If we don't get a trophy this season and just get top 4 after this season that we've had, then I've got to question
to be fair, the management. That was all we were expecting coming into the season. You have to admit. All we wanted, all we wanted was Champions League coming.
The thing is, I wanted
Champions League right now
and a trophy. That's what I've said. I've always said from the beginning of the season, Champions League, a trophy, and that's me satisfied. You know what I mean?
Yeah, about a quarter of the way in the season, I subscribed to everything. I was like, oh, let's do whatever the coach wants. So I'm here for the ride, and I'm not going.
I'm here for it. Like I said, I just hope that he's going to take the Europa League seriously. I think it's been. We need this, we need it. After that Chelsea one, when we got absolutely demolished, and it just broke our schooners. I'm not even gonna lie, I was in tears, man. After that, I was in absolute tears, and I felt for every single Arsenal fan who went to Baku. And
oh shit,
big up Boris
talks football. But yeah.
So yeah, obviously, I'm actually looking forward to this game. Ambitions are high, I think, for everyone at the minute. I'm looking forward to see what actually happens because, of course, we haven't really played a little side in quite a while, actually, because we've had all these big games: Man City, Man United, etc., Tottenham.
We got more on the horizon too.
I'm looking forward to this small game just to see how we would do, because for us, I feel like it's going to be like a training drill at Goodison Park. So.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get cocky like that, but I'm going to say it's going to be like a training drill for me because Everton, as I said, aren't a strong team at all. I don't think that they will beat us. So looking forward
to it. It'll be attack versus defence. I think you're right. I think it will literally be attack versus defence. And their part of their defence will be a little counter-attack, And I think...
get the likes up and subscribe if you're new. We've got another comment as well from Hashim. You have 3 quality strikers, Balogun and Nketiah and Jesus. You should have cut Balogun's loan deal. I think he's all right at the moment. He's doing
good.
All right. Every player.
Well, we say that now.
I want him to continue because at the end of the day, guys, did you guys notice the guy who manages his football club out in France? I think it's Rennes or something. Their manager is not actually qualified to be a manager, so he's getting fined every time they win.
20K.
And the reason why he got into management is because of the game Football Manager.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great franchise.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I wonder if Mikel plays. He's probably got this like a secret account where he's like number 3 worldwide. The GOAT.
Yeah, mate. Trust me.
GOAT Arteta. Trust the process.
He's been doing it all his footballing career.
I'm thinking about getting a Edu jersey, guys. The yellow with the blue. I don't know if you saw that video that's popped up of him tackling Arteta. I'm trying to get that kit with it on there.
Definitely, man.
Keep an eye out for a blank, and I'll just get like Rocky or somebody to press it for me. But
man, I'll keep a lookout for you.
So obviously we are going to wrap up now. We've run out of things to talk about as per usual. So
some things, guys. Some shows will be shorter than others. It depends on what level
preview one's shorter. Definitely,
you don't want us to just come on here and ramble for an hour and bore the hell out of you. So we're going to keep it. If we keep it short, previews and then review will be a little bit more longer.
We aim for about 50, 40 minutes in reviews.
Definitely. You've muted.
Hey.
That was an accident. Right, so obviously got a shout out to socials now.
Just MK the Don, obviously. We'll be back. AFC talk. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking hell. But yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Up the Gooners.
Yeah, big up Mason. Big up as always. Layout.
Left me on the screen.
Yeah. It's gonna do that loading thing again today, isn't it? Goon Gang, shout out your socials, please, mate.
All right, boys. I'm mainly on Instagram. You can find me at goongang.afc. I'm also the co-president of the Virginia Beach Gooners, and you can follow us on Instagram at VA Beach Gooners, VA Beach Gooners. Both the accounts go to kind of raise awareness for Gooners versus Cancer, which if you're familiar with the Gooners podcast, Magic Mike, he's the man behind that, and they do some really great work for raising money for the Lymphoma and Leukemia Foundation. So all those links are on my page at goongang.afc. So just tune in, make sure you're following. We do like 35-45 minutes, a lot of post-match stuff too, so make sure you like and subscribe, and just jump on the train, boys. We out here.
Big up for coming on as always. And we will put me on side of that. You can find me on afc.flair on Instagram, of course. Heading up to 3,000 now. It's mental. We're going up rapidly. Just hit 2K like a week ago. Now we're heading up to 3K. So if you could please check out my page, afc.flair on Instagram. Greatly appreciate it as always. Subscribe here. Me and Mason will be doing a lot of streams. We've got a lot more coming, guys. So make sure to come and check it out. And we will be coming back. So big up. And whether if it's a win, lose or draw, we will come on. And give our thoughts.
No hiding around here.
Yeah, no hiding. So,
hello. What have you put me on?
No hiding, bro.
We're not having a good day. I'm not having a good day today. All right,
we're not hiding, and you take yourself off.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, let me answer. Like and subscribe.
I've got to end the broadcast now.